What's up, guys? What up, what up, what up? You guys hear me? I think you can hear me, right? Get my charger. Is bad behavior a good college essay? Probably not. Yeah, you don't wanna, I mean, it depends on what the bad behavior is. Like, what kind of bad behavior? We'll just do Q&A. I don't want to do college reviews right now. You guys can just ask me questions. Charger. 'Minecraft? Tell me more about it. Like, like what? Tell me more about your topic. Like, what about Minecraft are you saying? Like, how is that connected to you? And then I can tell you a little bit more about that. Give me some more background. Give me some more information. 3.57 getting to WFU. Sounds good. I mean, it should be fine. You shouldn't have any worries getting into any schools with 3.57. Any tips for freshmen in high school? Do what you enjoy. So if you're talking about in terms of like college apps, you just want to do as much stuff as you enjoy, as in like one specific area that you like. So for example, if you're really into like medical stuff and you want to do like you want to do like medical stuff in the future, like you want to be pre-med, then do shadowing, then do research, right? If you want to do art, then do more art extracurriculars. Um, yes, you can send me your stats. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them here right now yet. Maybe in like a little bit, maybe in like 15, 20 minutes, I'll start reviewing some apps. But yeah, feel free to email me, okay? It's limmydiaries@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram, and then I will review it in a little bit. 3.9 UVA. I think that's fine. That's fine. 104 GPA, 34 SAT in Georgetown. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're in the top 10 percentile and you have a decent SAT, there shouldn't be any issues. So you're good to go for that. Freshman year, it does matter. Okay. You know, make sure you get your scores, on par, right? That's all you really need to do. On IG, building creativity and with imagination on Minecraft, also inspired by national parks I've visited. I think that's a good idea. Just make sure that you tie it to who you are as a person, okay? That's the one thing that I tell all my students. The most important thing when it comes to writing a good personal statement for college apps is making sure that it's about you, right? So there's a lot of students that end up writing essays, about really good topics, but then they don't tie it back to who they are as a person, and that's a really big problem, right? And so you want to make sure that you do end up writing about who you are as a person. So after every sentence that you write, make sure that you look back at it and if you can say, okay, this is what it's saying about me confidently, then that's good to go, right? Does freshman year matter for UCs? Yes and no. I mean, freshman year grades in general don't matter as much, but they're still important. Yes, I do look like Jackie Chan. I look like the Asian John Lennon. I look like dude from Squid Game. What's the most important factor for college apps? In my opinion, it's essays. It's essays and just your overall narrative. Will I do grad school app videos in the future? Possibly. I mean, I'm not applying for grad school most likely. So, I don't know. We'll see. Sound like guilt tripping if essay is about overcoming social anxiety? Yes. In general, you want to avoid mental health in your essays. It's a broken system, right? Applications are stupid like that, but admissions officers don't really like to see you write about like mental health because they think it's like a red flag or whatever, but it is what it is. I'm majoring in neuroscience. 3.7 unweighted GPA. I mean, it depends on what school you're at, what high school. But I think it should be fine. I'm at UMich engineering right now with a 1460 SAT. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. How is that? How's UMich? I have a friend there from high school that's doing UMich engineering, and his application was it was rough. It was really rough. Do you think I should use more of a creative essay that uses a different format, and not like a? It depends. Once again, with any essay, you can really pick any topic as long as it ties to who you are as a person. That's really the key, right? So making sure that you are writing about who you are as a person, that's really the key. So, for example, you could write a creative essay, but if it's not saying anything about who you are as a person, then it just becomes that. It's just a creative essay. The whole point of writing a personal statement is it has to be personal, right? It has to be about you. It has to be about who you are as a person. School press 3.9 GPA UVA, yes. I mean, that's very limited information, so I can't tell you too much, but I mean, I think it should be good, right? I think that's fine. Colleges care about Instagram sneaker business. Yeah, yeah. It shows initiative. It shows passion for what you want to accomplish. It shows passion for business initiative. Those are all things that you want to show the admissions officers. Good amount of service hours doesn't really matter. I mean, 50 is good, right? 40 is. I mean, you don't even need that many, right? If you have a lot of service hours, that's cool, right? I mean, it is what it is. Um, can I write controversial topics like no fat? My first instinct is say stay away from that. It's probably not something you want to talk about in your essays. I want to say no fab is a bit of it's an iffy subject, right? So I would say to move to something different than that. How does high school matter? What is the difference? I'm not sure what that question is asking. My extracurriculars aren't that good, except my parents own a restaurant. I've been working there my whole life. Yeah, I mean, working a restaurant job is good. It shows that you care about the people around you, right? It shows that you care about your family. It shows that you care about your family situation. Those are all really important things. Is realizing your ambition is a good essay? You need to be more specific. You want to tell the admissions officers what those ambitions are and why you have them. Stanford or Caltech be possible with 3.7 unweighted GPA? Yeah, yeah. I mean, any school is possible, right? But your GPA only matters to the extent where you want to make sure that it's connected to what school you go to, right? So if you go to a competitive school, then obviously a 3.9 is really good. But if you go to an average school, then maybe it's a tougher GPA to get into top schools with. 1500 PSAT score, that's really good. That's really good. I scored, I think, a 1460 my sophomore year, so you're already doing better than me. Um, let's see. How do you have a 1500? Yeah, I mean, no, PSAT cap is 1520. 3.98, 9 APs, 3 sport athlete, UNC. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's doable, right? You guys are telling me pretty like simple information, but I think yeah, you have a great shot just from what you've told me. Um, let's see, 3.3, 1580. The 3.3 might be on the bit of a lower side. I would say try to stay a little bit higher than that. Um, 3.98, 4.5 GPA, 1490, few leadership rules, and DECA state winner. Looks pretty good. UMass and CS, yeah, I think that's 100%. Line leader in kindergarten. I don't know. I think I don't know. I think you have a great shot at Harvard, actually. Best way to study for SAT PSAT. Princeton Review. That is the book that you want to use. Okay, that is absolutely the best book. I use it practice exams. Okay, there's 8 practice exams in a book Those, and then I use the Pandas book. Those are fantastic. Okay. Those are what you want to use. Okay. What GPA do you think will be good to get into Ohio State? It depends. So what you can do is you can go to Naviance or whatever school website that your school uses, and then it should give you a distribution of where the GPA cutoff is for schools. 1370 SAT. Do you go to an SAT tutor? No, I do not. Stats again to Cal Berkeley. I mean, from what I've seen, like it depends on what race you are, but generally 1500 SAT, like 4 point something, you know, uh, how I emphasize Costco. Yeah, that essay is really interesting because it's it's a controversial essay, right? Some people hate it, some people love it. I would recommend you don't try to write an essay like that. Um, what'd you get on the SAT? I got a 1590 on my SAT. Best tips again to Stanford: do everything that I say in my videos. Strong extracurriculars, strong essays, strong everything basically, right? You need to be like very, very special to get into a school like Stanford. Um, Full ride to Elon. Once again, same thing. Yes, I did use Princeton Review. Research experience. Research experience is very, very important to get into top schools. It's something that really helps a lot. So I would highly recommend um, you do that. Tips on Cornell, what they look for most. It's similar to most other top schools. So make sure that you are strong in a lot of different areas. Make sure you have research. Make sure you have national recognition, make sure you have, et cetera, et cetera. All those things are pretty important, right? 4.0 unweighted, 10 APs, all fives, 1570, strong racks plus school, community, leadership, info, sci major, and Asian. Yeah, you have a shot. Um, you know, I think, yeah, no problem. Just make sure you get those essays straight. At the end of the day, it is also a toss up, right? It's tough for anybody to get into a top school, right? So make sure you have your expectations straight, right? Where can you bounce your essay for feedback? DM me on Instagram, or go in the link in my bio in my Instagram. Okay, there's a link tree and there's a place where you can submit your essay. Okay. Can research be done independently if you're passionate about something? Absolutely. If you can find a way to do research, outside of school, that's fine, right? Just make sure that, you have a clear vision of what you want to do, what you want to accomplish. Okay. So for example, let's say robotics, right? If you can create a drone or something, if you can create something, using stuff that you found, stuff that you've researched on your own, and you created it, and perhaps you wrote a paper, perhaps you presented it at, a research conference. Those are all things that will greatly bolster your application. Okay. How strong does a principal rec count? It's like, all right, you don't really need a principal rec. You pretty much just want good ones from your professors, from your teachers, and then your counselor, and possibly one person outside of school. What are you doing now that you're not pre-med? I am probably going to do entrepreneurship. I want to start a business. I want to. I'm not sure. But probably do business. An Ivy with 3.2, national merit, and a good essay. Yes. Also depends on your race, though. Do you recommend taking an academy class? No, I don't think those are really that helpful. I don't think classes aren't. Does gifted program make you sound conceited? I don't know if they do gifted programs in high school. I'm not sure. I mean, if it's something that you did in high school and it's somewhat of a benefit for your application, then sure, why not, right? Would you choose accepted to Cornell but no scholarship or financial aid or full ride to UConn? Depends on what you want to do. My instinct is saying UConn, but if you want to do specific things like go into banking or consulting or anything finance related, right? Cornell is probably going to help you out, right? Just because it is a target school. Full tuition gives you more of an advantage. Unfortunately, yes. If you are, no aid, applying as a no aid applicant, you are viewed differently because schools, well, not all schools, but some schools will What made me shift is Duke good for banking? Yes, Duke is very good for banking. It's a target school. What made you shift away from pre-med? It's just too much of a commitment for me. Too much time, too much energy. It just wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. Low income inner city school give you an advantage, somewhat, if you can prove your competence. How do I talk about my disability in my essay without making a trauma essay? Positivity. Make sure when you're writing a traditional sob story essay, you want to focus more on the positive aspects. So instead of complaining about the situation, think about how you improved from it. That's how you write a good essay. And that applies for any advice, right? Any advice for someone going to Duke next year? Are you coming to Duke? Actually, I guess admissions haven't come out yet. Duke, very social. Enjoy basketball. You'll meet a lot of cool people here. Get ready to be social. It's not like not to, show in Ivy Leagues, but it's not as boring and academic, right? It's more fun, right? What is the research idea surrounding art? Art research. It's got to be online somewhere, right? Google it. 3.83 unweighted strong ECs, 1570 UVA. Yeah, sounds like you have a shot. What's a nice school for IT? CMU, MIT, Caltech, Purdue, Urbana-Champaign. Just come to mind first. 3.67 unweighted, 5, 12, 10 SAT. Would I reach for business? You probably want to boost your SAT score a little bit up before you get to, um, you know, get to applying for other schools. Best school for business: Penn Wharton, MIT, Harvard, and UMich Ross. How soon should you think about college freshman year? Depends. Not necessarily. I would say sophomore year is a good place to start if you really want to aim for like top schools. Yeah, give me some likes, guys. Give me some likes. And I'm here for the people. Undergrad business, Penn Wharton, UMich Ross, MIT and Harvard. Yeah. 4.5 weighted, 1210 as founder of nonprofit, 11 dual enrollment. Yep, looks like you have a shot at NC State. I think you'll be able to get in. Nice school for computer science. It's the same thing with engineering, really. CMU, MIT, Harvard, or not Harvard, sorry, not Harvard. One amount of service hours is good as a senior. Doesn't matter. 50/50 is good enough. Should you self-study APs? Yes, if you want to. That's if you want to. You know what you're doing after school? No, I have no idea. I might start my own business, so be on the lookout for that. UMich in-state 3.5, 1380, bad at extracurriculars. It might be a little bit tough. Depends on your race as well, too, though. How do you feel about out-of-state 3% acceptance rate comp sci for UT Austin? I mean, it's tough, right? UT Austin is a good school, but, it doesn't hurt to give it a shot, right? Presidential Volunteer Service Award count as a national recognition? No, I don't think so. Do you know anything about IB? Investment banking or international baccalaureate? Same to colleges, APs, genomics schools. Genomics, I mean, any school that has a strong bio program is good. AP give you an advantage in admissions? Yes, but not advantage. You basically just need them, right? It's just proof that you're a good student. 3.9, unweighted 4.9, weighted test optional strong ECs, Rex, ED Hopkins going through their flying program. Yeah, looks pretty good. 4.0 unweighted, weighted 2 solid sports, deck and newspaper, check, coach UMich. Yeah. I think you have a shot, right? I'm not going to tell anybody not to apply, okay? What extra do you recommend to go into undergrad finance? I mean, if you can shadow at a bank, right? That's probably something that you might be interested in doing. Favorite animal? I'm gonna say dog. I love dogs. Dogs are my favorite. Golden retrievers, 100%. Do I got to pay you to read my essay? Yes. Will colleges reject you if your mid-year college report card is not as high as your past grades? They won't reject you, but they'll probably look at you a little bit differently. What type of student has ideal chance for Johns Hopkins? There's nothing specific, really. Nothing specific. Advice on securing CS internships as a high schooler? I mean, that's tough. As a college student, just know when the recruiting cycle is, know how to fill out, how to leak code, how to, pass the interviews. Do you know you're going to Duke before applying to schools? Oh, hell no, I did not. I had no idea. It's possible to get into ED Cornell without crazy solid national recs, but everything else is great. Yes, absolutely. I have a lot of friends that are like that. You guys absolutely do have a shot. And just bear in mind, just a disclaimer: all the applications that I read on my on my account, those are, the ones that people want to send me, right? Those are the ones that people send me. I'm not choosing them, right? Those are the ones that people send me. So like, obviously, people that send me their application are gonna, be more confident in the schools that they got into and stuff like that. So just a heads up, okay? Should I take a class on physical therapy by taking 2 periods and go into Nova? It links with my goal. Yeah, yeah. 1430 SAT, 4.8 strong ACs, any IB chances? Yeah, you have a shot. You have a shot. As long as you pass like a certain threshold, I would highly recommend that you apply to, schools that you feel like applying to. All right, I'm not going to answer any more questions until we hit 2K likes. So run it up, run it up. Give me some likes, guys. Give me some likes. I'm not answering any more until we hit 2K. Yeah, run it up. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Does family legacy help with getting into colleges? Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely helps. How important are APs on a scale of 1 to 10? What advice? How important are APs on a scale of 1 to 10? APs are not that important. They're really not that important. Is it fine that all 400 plus hours of my volunteer hours are from the same organization? It's fine. 4.5 test optional strong ACs in-state UVA. Yep. You definitely have a chance. I'm speaking fast as shit. All my STEM classes are high grades with the highest humanities are made. That's fine. Full scholarship. Yeah, Nikki San. I think you have a shot. Josh E. Davidson, 85 in honors, 100 regular. Doesn't matter. I would say go for the honors, actually. You think test option will harm us? Yes and no. Just, get good, scores if you can. Okay. Advice on securing CS internships. I said that already. Just know how to, leak code, know how to pass interviews. Okay. Does MIT do legacy? I don't think so, but Google it just to make sure. How important is volunteering in application? It's very important. You should have some volunteer experience. My grandfather went to Penn, but legacy was discontinued with Monbear style legacy. Yes, I think so. I think grandparent. I did not go to MIT. I go to Duke. Middle Eastern immigrant give me an advantage? Not necessarily. 1420 SAT, 4.7 GPA, applying UMD, CS, in state. Any shot? I think you have a shot. Those stats look good enough. Just make sure you have your essay straight. If you get strong ECs, check out the videos on my account. I give you a little bit of help regarding that. 1500 SAT at Horseman, computational bio, intern thoughts. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm white and Asian. You can put both of them on there. Nikki San, 4.0 unweighted, 4.5, 5 weighted, 5 APs, 1480. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Just make sure that essay actually is great. In a lot of cases, high school students don't actually know how good their essays are. So, do I still skate? How do you know I skate? I do skate. Yes. 4.3 test optional, good essay, Georgia Tech, 16 APs. Yeah. Looks like you have the stats to do it. Looks pretty good. Third gen immigrant, even with mentioning on my app, doesn't matter, I think. UCLA with a 3.5 unweighted, yes, it's possible. Yes, I will be looking at emails. What I wrote my college essay on, I wrote about grabbing things. Yeah, I wrote about grabbing things. How to improve essay writing skills? Read more and write more. Okay? Write the fuck more. That's what you need to do. You need to write more. Just more practice. Practice makes perfect. Even if you think you're writing like shitty essays over and over and over again, it's good practice. 4.02 weighted GPA, multiple APs, strong extracurriculars. Yep, I think I have a shot at Northeastern. 3.7 unweighted, 1430 SAT for Boston U. Yes, that's possible. Yes, Will, that is possible. I've been talking for like 20 minutes straight. Will community service hours help a ton with application if you're involved with a community? Yes. Typical pigeon is dual enrollment. Is dual credit high school good for college? Yes. Peter Morganelli founded a Rubik's Cube Club, presented an MIT lecture, shot at Tufts. Yeah. Films from Vic says, what are colleges not looking for in college essays? They're not looking for kids that like to complain and kids that don't have goals. I took micro at a community college. Do I need to take the AP micro exam for college credit? Yes. Um, Boombox Cranium says, is it fine that most of my awards are within my state? Is national recognition preferred? Yeah, that's fine. Um, FTO John says, is UMich possible in state with 1450, 4.2, and 8 APs? Yes, that's possible. H. Smith says, are sports considered strong ACs if you don't pursue them in college as well? Yes, they're still strong. Colorful. I'm dual enrolled in UMich currently as a senior. Do you think it'll help? Yes. Krish Mera, 3.85 on way to 36 ACT, good at ECs, good essays, CS Cornell AD. Yeah, I think I have a shot. You definitely do have a shot. Let me start saying my username. Because I'm responding to you, bro. Come on, man. 3.3 on the way to school, doesn't do AP. Average GPA was 3.6, 15. Okay, what most important aspect for Duke? Is there anything they specifically look for? I'm trying to ED. They don't look for anything specific, but it's better if you think outside the box. I think that's what really shined in my application, apparently. My admissions officer liked the fact that I thought outside the box. So basically, he commented on the fact that I wanted to look at medicine from a sociological perspective, and he thought that was really interesting. So he made a specific note. So think outside the box. Think about how you can, think unconventionally within the major that you want to do, and I think you have a great shot. Okay, ACT tips, Princeton Review, and the Pandas books. Okay, write those down. Those are the best. 3.3 GPA, 1300, good extras. Miami or Indiana? Yes, you do have a shot. Farhan, how good is an essay about curiosity and ability to dive deeper? It's a good essay. Curiosity and the ability to dive deeper is obviously good, but dive deeper into what? They want to know what you want to dive deeper into, right? Number one, most important thing for perfectly average good student for Cornell ED, good essays. Essays are absolutely key. Make sure you have your essays on point. 4.56 weighted test optional, very strong core X shot at UNC. Yeah, I think I have a shot. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate you. What I recommend for pre-med? I would say just make sure you have like good extracurriculars. Make sure you have, things that show your passion for medicine. So, for example, if you do like shadowing, if you do like volunteering, helps a lot. Information science, less competitive than CS for Cornell. I don't think so, not necessarily. Well, thank you, Aiden. I appreciate you. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate you too. Love you, man. 4.0, weighted 4.60, founded CS Club, 11 APs, NYED. Yeah, I think that's possible. Khan Academy is indeed goated. How I get wavy hair as an Asian? I'm just genetically gifted. No, I'm just kidding. I got a perm. 35 ACT, 97.15, 8 APs. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, I think. That's absolutely possible. What else did you get in other than Duke? I got into Vandy, and I got into Georgetown, and I got into Tufts. Those are the main schools that I got into. Kumon is ruining your life right now. I'm sorry to hear that. I hate those companies. They don't do anything for you, in my opinion. How competitive was my high school? I went to a public school. Just an average ass, like regular ass, you know what I'm saying? How'd I start my college essay? Just start writing. Just start writing and see what you come up with. Anything. Straight A's in 6th grade, Science Duke. I don't know, man. I think you're gonna need straight A pluses for that. Love you, Gabe. You're the best, man. Tufts is amazing. I love Tufts. I did their flying program. I was very, very close to EDing there. Info science less competitive than CS. I think they're about the same, honestly. Number one tip for Tufts Y us essays, look at the website. Look at the Tufts website. It basically gives you a cheat sheet for what you want to write about. So just list the things that you want to write about. I hate DMB. Probably not. You probably don't want to write about anything that you hate, um, unless you're able to make it about yourself. Yeah, in that case, it's fine. But middle school chopsticks club with a 5.0 GPA and a 1700. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Stat science be less competitive. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think they're about the same. I think they're about the same. Does having multiple family legacies help more? Possibly, probably. Yeah. How do you get into Harvard? I don't know the answer to that question. Uh, Someone you care about legacy? I think it does. I think it does. I would Google it just to make sure. Here's someone whipped it over 1K. I don't know what package you're talking about. But if you're talking about the old one that I had, then yes. It's just because it's a high ticket, right? Best college for sports. There is no best sport. Any sport does good. Yeah. I will do a dorm tour soon. Yes. Mixed Chinese and Venezuelan. That's really interesting. I think that does help. I think there's a lot of things that you could talk about regarding like your identity and stuff. Um, so it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Yeah, Lexi and ED. Yeah, yeah, solid chance. Divorce. Yeah. Depends on what you write about, I guess. In general, you don't really want to write about anything like too sad. Injuries and overdone essay. Yes, injuries. You probably don't want to write about that. Thanks for the roses, man. All right, look it up. Look it up. Give me 8K, and then I'll answer some questions. Hold you? I will hold you virtually. One of my stats, I had a 1590 SAT and I had a 4.5 GPA. Yeah. Where's Northwestern? Northwestern is in Chicago or Evanston. It's close by Chicago. Yeah. Do you think being a straight white male hurts in admissions? I mean, it's not ideal, right? But that doesn't mean you can't get in, right? Does being Hispanic help applications a lot? Yes, it does. It does. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yes, it does. How big of a difference does being a leader or being at a feeder school make? It helps, but of course, you still have to be a good student at those schools. Do you think being other than straight is helpful? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Is a college essay about a Riddle internship good? I'm not sure what that is. How important is the theme? Absolutely important. That is the key. And being memorable, right? That is the absolute key. South Asian apply as a journalism major help? Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. It does. Go to college after the military. What about college essay that focuses on human connection to nature? Once again, it depends on how you write it, right? That's the key. Um, as long as you tie it back to who you are as a person, um, that's the goal, right? Whoa, what is this goal thing? Oh, interesting. All right. Should I be doing as a sophomore to create a strong application? Do extracurriculars that you enjoy doing. and whatever you want to major in. That's the key. Any tips for the Y school essay? Go on the website, go on the school's website, look at the research programs, look at the professors, people that you would want to talk to at the school. Those are the types of things that you want to write in your essays. Those are very important. Do you think for the class of 2024 being test optional is okay, or should you submit STAT, or should you submit SAT? You can, if it's strong. If it's not strong, then that's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. Will being introverted hurt you despite being academically achieved? Hold on, I was blanking for a second. No, it won't hurt you. There's no reason for it to hurt you. Would you suggest? Thank you, Drakes of MSC, for sharing the live. The more people that share, the more I'll answer some questions. Would you suggest a certain major for pre-med track, or should you pick one you can fall back on just in case? It doesn't matter. It depends on whatever you want to do, really. Yeah. What do you think about UF? I think it's a good school. I think Florida's nice and warm. How much does being class president help with your application? It does help. It shows leadership, and leadership is very important. Will you go over the Instagram DM applications during this? Probably not, because there's a lot of questions here, and I want to answer as many people as questions as I can. Can we hit 10K likes though? I don't know. Can we hit 10K? I don't know. Is it bad to be undecided? Yes, probably. That's what I've heard. You probably want to go into some sort of major. Anything really, anything is fine, really. Do you know anybody who went to West Point? Yes, I do actually. He was very academically inclined, but he was also very, athletically inclined as well. He played like 3 sports. He's a strong, disciplined kid, right? And yeah. So applying as an absurd major give any boost? No. It only gives you a boost if it ties into the rest of your application. So for example, if you have all your extracurriculars that are like computer science related and then you apply as a gender studies major, then obviously there's no connection. But if you actually did a bunch of gender studies related extracurriculars and your essay is about that, then yes, you can apply as a gender studies major. 10K likes, baby. Yeah, thanks, Cam. Does being NHS president and founder stand out? Not as much as you probably would want it to. Does showing passion in extracurriculars make up for a low unweighted GPA? Yes, it does. Hispanic or Black or trans, for example, help with college apps, with being Arab doesn't. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. They're looking for Black and Hispanic students. Arab technically counts as white. So, what's my top choice? I applied ED to Penn, but I did not get in. Is there a huge difference between president of student council and treasurer to colleges? Not really. Both show leadership. Is Houston Cougars a good college? University of Houston is a good college. It's a good college. Can I send you my stats? Yes, you can either DM me or email me. Northwestern, ED, and sibling legacy chances. I mean, I'm going to need more information than that. Founder of a nonprofit program help? Yes, it does help. Absolutely. 1,500. Hey, my school doesn't have any extracurriculars, and I was wondering if there were any alternatives. Look for extracurriculars outside of your school. There's always things that you could be doing, right? Can you get into good schools with no AP classes? That's probably tough. You probably want to take some sort of AP class. Is Northeastern a good school? Yes. Best college in Illinois? Northwestern. How long does it take you to guess my app? I don't know. It depends. What prep books or online research do you recommend for the ACT? I recommend Pandas. That's the best one to learn. And in terms of doing practice exams, it's going to be Princeton Review. Those are my favorites. Thoughts on ED versus RD? You should only ED if you absolutely know for certain that you want to go to that school. Otherwise, there's no point. It doesn't give you better chances. Unless you're applying maybe ED to like a top 40 school. Yo, what's good, Drake of MSC? How many practice SATs did I take? Probably like 8, 9. It's 3.9 unweighted good. Thoughts on Questbridge? Questbridge is questionable. I don't know. I think it has its merits, but I mean, you get full ride, or you get full tuition in a lot of cases anyway. If you're, um, you know, if you're a low income student. So, I mean, you really can't go wrong either way. Are sports good for college? Yes, they're good. Three sports for 4 years stand out? Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are a good number of students that do that, but it's still good to have, right? I reply to all my emails. So I recommend that you check your email or email me again. Is writing about mental health a good idea for personal statements in general? No, not really. Does legacy play for admissions? It does play a role. If your school doesn't offer AP, then don't worry about AP classes. Then it's fine. Schools will only look at your application on a relative perspective. So if your school doesn't offer any AP classes, and they can't penalize you for not taking any AP classes. My SAT was 1590 and my GPA was 4.52. Start asking for letters of rec around June, near when the end of your school year is for juniors. Is junior year late for starting extracurriculars? Nope. Start. Did I take the ACT? I did not. Is Peabody a good way to get into Vandy? Yeah. Peabody is a good way to get into Vandy. Yeah, 1500 SAT, 3.3 GPA, comp sci, with ADHD kids. Yeah, you have a shot. 4 letters of rec. Two, I would say too much. I'm going to say too much. You pretty much only need 3. 4 could be fine. 2 school ones and then 1 outside one. Is gym good for a college essay? It's a bit on the cliche side, I would say. How should you start your essay? Just start writing. Just write anything. Don't judge yourself. Just write. Peabody is the undergrad college, one of them at Vandy. Do you recommend doing the ACT? If it helps, then yeah. Arthur, sure, come over. What are the benefits of joining clubs in college besides socializing? It gives you more connections, right, to do whatever you feel like doing in college. Would an essay about a cruise be pretentious? It depends on how you write it. What would writing a research paper about what I will major in help get into better schools? You should do that for the why this college or the why this major essay. I am at Duke right now, Duke University. I'm a junior. Dual enrollment or AP, doesn't matter. Either is fine. Yeah, either is fine. What do I think about Georgetown? Georgetown is dope. I was very close to coming to Georgetown as well, but then I got into Duke, so like, never mind. Yes, Drake, you do have a shot. You Rochester, it's a good school. Rice is also a good school. Will they stop test optional? COVID is kind of over. I don't think so. I think schools are going more and more towards test optional. The UCs don't even look at tests anymore. So, can you write a why essay by immediately going into reasons why? Yes, that's exactly what they want to see. Actually, they want to see you get straight to the point. A rec letter from a professor in an Ivy League will only help if it says something about you. It's not about the rec letter itself, it's about what that person says about you. So if they absolutely love you, then it'll give you a better chance. But if they just write a generic essay, then there's really no point. Well, I mean, it's not like there isn't a point, but it's like it is what it is. 1.0 GPA, 5% attendance. You're landing at your 5th year in high school. Does a 4.81 weighted GPA compensate for 3.6 unweighted GPA for top colleges? Yeah. Does a high acceptance rate mean a bad school? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. All right, can we hit 20 likes or 20K? I need to get a drink of water. If we get 20K, I'll start answering the juicy questions. I also need to plug in my phone. It's dying. Live just sucking up your battery, huh? It's not ideal. Not ideal. Can you guys hear the classical music in the background? I love classical music. It's the best. You guys should try it out. I'm a big fan. Does class rank matter? No, not really. As long as you're in the top 10 percentile, you're good. Come on, please stand. Oh, nice. Nice. Can we hit 20K? Can we hit it? So wants to give me some roses too. Who really loves me? Whoever loves me, I'll answer the question first. Whoever really loves me. But you gotta like, ooh, Jarvis. Okay, Jarvis. I appreciate you. Let me know what your question is, Jarvis. What's the difference between weighted and unweighted? Weighted is just like a thicker GPA. It takes into account like how hard your classes are. I appreciate you, Kim, for the support, man. It's hard staying in the top 10% because your school is so small. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you. What was my theme? It was medicine from a sociological perspective. So I wanted to look at medicine, but from a more wide angle. So kind of like global health. Yeah. Most important part of the application, all of it. Your GPA and your scores get you in, and then your story really, makes you memorable. Does starting a business help your application even if you'll major in STEM for college? Yes. Yes. That does help. That does help. What is the easiest top 15 school to get into? I'm gonna say something like Notre Dame, maybe. I don't know, but all of them are hard to get into. You could get accepted to Harvard, but get rejected from Notre Dame. So start with the easiest Ivy. I'm gonna say no to that because they rejected me. Disappointing. How hard is it to get into Virginia Tech? PSU is good. Why is it so hard to get into Harvard? Because so many people want to get in. And the brand name, right? Is the IB diploma or internship or research projects a good way? I have so many questions. Do top colleges admit multiple people from the same school? Yes, they do. They do. They in fact do. Should I list my weighted or unweighted? Both. Well, actually, no. Just go weighted. 1390 SAT 3.9, Northwestern, NYU, maybe Ivies. You have a shot, but it depends on your essays and depends um, on your race. Just get your essay straight. That's the only thing you can control at this point, right? Do state schools not care about extracurriculars as much? Yes and no. You still want strong extracurriculars. Do state schools not care about that? Is Texas University Austin difficult to make? No, it's attainable. I think you can get in. Apply. 35 AC3, 3.6 GPA, strong extracurriculars, Vandy ED. Yeah, you have a shot. Absolutely. What are colleges looking for in the essay? They're looking for who you are as a person. That's the easiest answer I can give you. Is Vandy a good university? Yes, Vandy is a great university. Vandy's awesome. Vandy's absolutely awesome. Yeah. Affirmative action, course gate decision impact this year's admissions. Maybe not. I don't know. UNC thoughts? I don't talk about that. I'm just kidding. UNC is a good school. 1520 SAT and 4.7 weighted GPA. Hispanic. Do you have a shot at IVs? Yes, you absolutely do. Writing about being a first-gen student. Yeah, if you can tie it to who you are as a person. Would writing about first-gen, best tips again to Duke. I'm in state and have done a lot of research. Yeah. Just keep grinding. My safeties were Rutgers, because I'm from New Jersey. OSU is a good school. I like OSU. Great sports. What schools did I get rejected from? I got rejected from around half of the Ivies, and I got waitlisted by the other half. One parent went to college, and the other one didn't. Are you first gen? Unfortunately, not. You are not first gen. Is UF a good school? Yes, UF is a good school. Do IB stand out more compared to APs? Not necessarily. Starting your own club increase your chance of getting into good school? Yes, absolutely. Nick George Robbins. I have no idea who that is. Will make someone first gen if both their parents did not go to a four-year college. Yeah. All right. Whoever gets me another rose, I'll answer the question first. Good business schools. Um, Wharton, Penn Wharton, UMich Ross, MIT, and Harvard. Those are the best ones. Yeah. Is it worse to apply as Asian or white? I would say it's about the same. It's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. 1600 and a 3.7 unweighted rigorous pressure cooker high school. I mean, with those kind of stats, you can get in any school, really. Pass bio end of course exam, grind, procrastinate. Diamonds are made under pressure, man. Race affects admissions. If you're Hispanic or black, it will help you. College outside of US, that doesn't. Oh, Jesus, that's loud as hell. That does not help you, unfortunately. Thank you, Ain Sains. Goated. Best essay topic? That's tough to say. That's tough to say. Whatever does the best job of explaining who you are as a person. That's really key. Yeah. You can write a fantastic essay, but if it doesn't tell me anything about you, then it's not a good essay. So keep that in mind, and yeah, then you'll be able to write a good essay. Okay? Private versus public school doesn't really matter. Whatever school is, a school is good regardless. Like, for example, UCLA is just as good as like Cornell, right? Hispanic women first-gen student going to STEM stand out. That absolutely stands out. Every school wants a student like that. Does being Asian American help at all? Unfortunately, it does not. It probably is more of a decreasing factor, but that shouldn't hold you back. You should still apply. Try your best. Okay. And saying thank you again for another one. Should you tailor your Common App SAT or major? Kind of. It should sort of say something somewhere, right? Do colleges care about what high school you go to? Yes and no. Depends on what high school you go to. How many schools do you recommend applying to? Personally, I mean, it depends on what your goals are, but I would say 10, 15, 20, 25. I mean, it depends on other factors. If you want to know, like, specifically according to your situation, then go to my link tree, which is in my Instagram DM or in my Instagram bio. Should I write that I have dyslexia when applying? I would probably stray away from that. Yeah. Best APs for pre-battery or for pre-law major. I was tripping out for a second. Anything. You should take all the APs that you can. 4.0 GPA, literally no extracurriculars, get into a school with 90% acceptance rate. Yeah, I think so. Ivy's view sub 4 GPA and the cost at top of high school. They'll like you. They'll like you. What colleges care the most about SAT scores? Every school, really. If you have a good score, they'll like you, right? I'm going to need everyone in this chat right now to share my life. Otherwise, I'm not going to answer the questions. I'm just saying. Thank you. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Kim. You guys are goated. Why not write about overcoming mental health struggles? It's because it's looked down upon, unfortunately. What schools think is it's really terrible. Like, it's really not ideal, but they'll think that you'll be prone to falling into another mental health struggle in college, and it'll make the school look bad, et cetera, et cetera. That's what they think, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Does taking honors courses matter if your school doesn't offer APs? Yes, you should take honors classes. Can you get into an Ivy League if you aren't a citizen, but you studied chemistry? Yeah. 4.5, 34 ACTs, UMich possible. Yeah, it is possible. If I do not tie into major, it's not necessarily bad. It's not a bad thing. Yes, CFB, OSU is possible for you. Is writing about Fortnite? Depends. If you can talk about how it relates to you, then it's a good idea. Go to school without tons of APs? Yes, you can. When should you apply for scholarships? Um, when should you apply for scholarships? So those typically come out later in the year. If you improve off freshman year, yes, it does. It does show. Yeah, upward trend. It's good. Hardest school to get into? I'm probably gonna say MIT or Harvard are probably the two, and also Stanford. Those are probably the hardest schools to get into. Thank you, Sophia, for sharing. Thoughts on Brown? Brown is good. I like Brown. Brown is nice. Our senior mid-semester grade is important. Yes. Can I get to a good school without extracurriculars? Probably not. Farhan, go to the link in my Instagram. There you can input all of your information. It gives all of the instructions as well. It's better to get a B plus in honors or A minus in a normal class. Doesn't matter. How many times I took the ACT? I took it 3 times. Yeah, I know. I'm Asian. Is writing about overcoming putting too much pressure on yourself a good idea? Depends on what you're overcoming, right? So, I mean, that's what they want to know, right? What did you overcome? Depends on that. Um, 2.8 GPA out of 10, no extracurriculars. I got a 740 on my ACT. Gonna get into Harvard. Yeah, of course. Easy peasy. I go to Duke University in Durham, North Carolina. Is writing about my semester in Greek a good idea? Yeah, yeah. Do you need sports to get into an Ivy? No, you do not. How many Hispanics? How Hispanic do you have to be able to put it down 20%? Yeah, you can put it down. When I say about being grateful for mom, be good. It depends on whether you can tie it back to yourself. What book do you recommend for PSAT practice? Not Barron's, Princeton Review. That's, in my opinion, the best book. Ali Bugatti, there's a link in my Instagram bio. The link in bio. That's the one you should go to. You Mission Possible without test scores? Yeah. Favorite thing about Duke? I'm going to have to say it used to be the basketball. Watching Paolo last year was really special. Now I think it's more my homies. I like my homies here. Is writing about how I use Asian philosophy and China to sustainability good? Yeah, that sounds really interesting. It's very good. Nice to go up to 1500 plus. I did not ED to Duke. Favorite thing about Duke? Yeah, I would have to say my friends here. If you talk about the school itself, I'm gonna have to say the food. The food is unbelievable. It's restaurant style. How long did you spend on SUPs? Hours on hours, Karen. It was ridiculous. Is biochem really hard? It's a lot of memorization. A lot of memorization. Change in mentality and perspective. But how did you change your mentality? And what changed? That's what they want to know. Did I go to the March Madness game? I did not. I'm a junior. K-Dog. What colleges is your favorite? Duke. Best school for IR? Probably Penn or Harvard. Sub essays are just as good as important as personal statement? Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Any tips to get better at bio? I find the memorization really hard. Element, I would recommend you use Quizlet, you use flashcards, it's just repetition, right? Just more time is really important. Coconut Makeover, go to the link in my Instagram bio, and you can find a way that you can send me your stuff. You get a 4 junior and senior, but 2.9 freshman with good ICs coming. Yeah, that's what they want to see, right? All right, can we get up to 30K likes while I sip this water? I just talked for an hour. Jeez, I'm tired. Thanks, Biden Hunter. Oh. You're goated, Biden Hunter. Oh, whoa, what is this? Corn? Damn. W's for Biden Hunter. Goated. You're the best. Yeah. The goats. How can I send you my essay to read it? It's in the Instagram link in bio. Yeah. What does Vanderbilt care about a lot or the most? I mean, it's just like any school, really. Whatever is good. Damn, Biden Hunter is W's in the chat for Biden Hunter. He's the goat, the absolute goat. You are the best, man. How important do you think GPA is? It gets you into the door, but it's not important in and of itself. Varsity football starter, Eagle Scout, 3.A. Yeah, UT Austin is possible. 4.0, 7 APs, first gen low income, no test scores, going to get into UMich Villanova. Yeah, absolutely. I think you have a great shot. Being first gen low income will help you a lot. So just make sure you get your essay straight. Okay, that's going to be the most important thing. Different honor society are even worth it. Try to fit in your application. It depends. I would say if you have nothing else to add, then sure. Right? Yeah. Can we hit 30K likes? This music is so nice. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Common App essay, more or less important than college specific. They're weighted about the same. You want to write good essays for both of them, right? Yeah. Berkeley is a good school. Pre-dental chemistry is a good major for pre-dental. It is clear to loon in the background. I'm glad somebody recognized it. Debussy. It's a good. Derealization. Interesting. If you can tie it to who you are as a person, if I can understand what you're saying about yourself, then yes. Vendettas about high schools for admissions. Yes, some do actually. Some do. Thank you, Sheetrugger. Appreciate the footballs. Can a 3.65 get you into a 10 to 20% acceptance school? Yeah, it depends on what school you are. Thanks for following Biden Hunter. Fav Subject. Say philosophy. Yeah, philosophy. Self-journalism. Yeah. Duke is great, man. Duke is great, Ben Hunter. Love it here. It's a lot of fun. It's basically just like one big like summer camp with classes, but you get to be with your friends all day long. Thanks, Sheet Rugger. Got the mustache? No mustache. What do I think I didn't get at the pen? I'm gonna have to say, I don't know. I have no idea. Can you write about being adopted? Yeah. If you can connect it to who you are as a person, then sure, why not? NBA team sponsored nonprofit. That is a very good extracurricular. I am majoring in neuroscience, and my plans after I graduate are probably join a startup, perhaps. I'm not sure. I have no clue yet. Yeah, I have no clue. I don't have a lot of community service. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. How important is GPA? GPA is important. Neuroscience is cool. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Biden Hunter and others, for contributing to the goal. You guys are goated. You guys are the best. This is very fun. I like this. Oh, stickers. I can add stickers? Can I like add texture? Oh, can I like write some shit? Is that how it works? I can't. Oh, I can't. Man. Oh well. Ooh, Curry Monkey. Very nice of you to do that. Are you gonna go live often? I'll try, Rick. I'll try, and I'll do your application review right after this. Um, I will try. I will try. Should I write a new essay for every submission? Nope. Nope. You don't have to. No need. No need. Ah, King of the Curve. You guys should go check them out. If you're pre-med, then check out King of the Curve. Um, Rap is really cool. Um, it's a great resource for learning how to do pre-med subjects without getting bored. 1520 and 1570? No, there really is no difference. It's really not that big of a difference. I don't think it's anything crazy. Um, yeah, really shouldn't be um, anything huge. Oh, I can add. Oh, discipline. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Oh, so this is how you add a background. You see, you learn something new every day. You learn something new every day. Let's see, what should we put as our background? I'm gonna look for a picture. Let's see. I like this one. Oh, it was actually let's do this picture. This is a nice background. Here I am. I can do a nice little beautiful sky. I appreciate you, J.R. Sand Owes. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Two brothers in Duke. That's awesome. Yeah, Duke is great. Duke is great. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thomas, it's in the link in bio for my Instagram. So go check out my Instagram. Visual art? Probably an art school. That's probably what you want to do. What was the pre-med thing you said? I didn't hear it. Pre-med is... Oh, King of the Curve. Yeah, King of the Curve. It should be the link in my bio. It's a link tree. It's a link tree link. Yeah. No, Patty, you're the cutest TikToker. Some of my extracurriculars, I was pre-med, so I did a lot of pre-med related ones. So I did volunteering at a hospital. I did research. What else I do? I shadowed at a clinic. I did a lot of different things. Yeah. 29 ACT good for Ohio State. Yeah, I think that works. Where do you go to college? I go to Duke University. Balance a heavy workload of multiple AP courses. Uh, think positively. It's all about the mindset. Online course for 200 hours for an online certification in data science. It might, yeah. Thanks, Farhan. Thanks for joining. What do you think set me apart from other applicants? I'm gonna have to say probably my story. So, I really wanted to push that narrative of being a curious individual who wanted to do pre-med, right? So, thanks, Sheet Ruger. Appreciate you. Appreciate the gifts. I'm trying to feed my family out here. 1 minute transact survivor. Caltech. Olympian might help you, but the thing about Caltech is they look for very specific things. They look for very academically strong. You have to have like a solid GPA, solid everything, right? What am I majoring in? I'm majoring in neuroscience. Yeah. Moisture colleges weigh special situations. Yeah, they do weigh them. What's up, chemistry? What was my favorite AP class? I don't have a favorite AP class. I hate all of them. Thoughts on Columbia? El Columbia. What are these different? Whoa. Sorry guys, I'm looking at like the features here. They're kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, I like this one. Nice. Nice. So if your GPA drops a little from 10th to 11th because you're taking APs for the first time, I mean, I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Yeah. Um, but ideally, you want to keep your scores up, right? Do you review all your Instagram DMs? Yes, I reply to every single one of them. Questbridge, I mean, it's iffy in my opinion. How much does class rank matter? As long as you're in the top 10 percentile, you're good. How much does eating help you? Not really that much. Thanks, Madeline. I appreciate you. This is actually at Duke. Um, this was a day before a hurricane here, and this is me enjoying my Panda Express, enjoying this beautiful sky. I don't know why I cut my face out so rudely, but disappointing. Hair routine, don't shower. Um, yeah, I'm nasty. Thoughts on major neuroscience minor stats for pre-med track? That's good. ED with less polished essays or RD? That's a good question. I would say if you think your essays will improve like significantly, then I mean, RD is fine. You don't shower while best haircut. I know, right? I know, right? Look at this. Look at this flow out here, man. You can't play with me, man. What's your favorite thing about Duke? The food. The food is unbelievable. If you guys have a chance, Google Duke's food court. It's called WU Western Union. It's the best. Well, knowing 15 languages do, it will make you very, very unique. My hair's flaky. Does it look flaky? Does it look flaky? Is it L hair? Is it L hair? I don't know. Do putting too much self pressure not helping preschoolers develop good habits of confidence? That's interesting. That's interesting. All right, guys, let's get up to 35K likes. Spam that shit. Spam it. And then I'll answer some more questions while I drink some water because my throat is getting dry. It's getting dry. But appreciate all of you guys being here. I love answering your guys' questions. Um, you guys are awesome. I really, really appreciate the fact that you guys are working so hard. Okay. Um, this is really the best part of doing TikToks, I think. Just, the ability to talk to you guys, to, see how motivated all of you guys are, right? Arrows, check out the link in my bio and my Instagram. There's a link to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's very, very important, right? The fact that you guys are, thinking about these things, trying to, achieve things, right? Having aspirations, having academic goals, right? Nowadays, it's so easy for people to just be like, fuck school, blah, blah. But, having a goal is really important. And, you know, um, it motivates me too, right? To see you guys so motivated, to see you guys, asking questions, see you guys, trying to strive for greatness. So I'm proud of you guys. Okay, I'm very proud of you guys. What should I do? My school only has one AP class. I want to go to Ivy League. It doesn't matter. Make sure you just, take that one AP class if you can. Top 30 private school helps. Yeah, it does. It does help. hmm course, Povi Pisces. Always happy to help. Thoughts on UMD? UMD is a good school. Yeah, UMD is a good school. I'm majoring in neuroscience. Do good colleges like Duke help you prep for the MCAT? Absolutely, absolutely. But in general, any good school will. So I think that 700 SAT is a bit on the lower side. You probably want to take upwards to about 50 AP courses. Your GPA, unless it's about a 35.7, it's probably not good enough for community college. How do I tell and predict? I don't predict, I guess. And those are just for fun, right? Yeah, so don't at me. Graduating with my associates, yeah, that's good. Will I be able to get into University of Richmond with a 4.1 but not many extracurriculars? Maybe. I mean, I have to look at the rest of your application. Business, yeah, that's good. Can you super score to every Ivy? I'm not sure. It's probably something you can Google. Applying ED to Duke helps, but very, very marginally. Not too crazily. Yeah. All right, guys, 35K likes. Let me drink some water. I need a. My breath is so dry. If I can get 10 crowns, I'll love you guys forever. Let me see if I can. Ooh, let's see. Let's do a quick poll. Let's do, yeah, W for the smiley face. Well, how are you guys feeling? Let's do that. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling about college apps? How are you guys feeling? Okay, pretty good for the most part. Pretty good for the most part. A couple sad faces. 34 versus 35. No, it's not a big deal. Thank you, Patty Patty. You're a W human. Text poll. Okay, let's ask a question here. Biggest concern. All right, let's do a poll. Let's see what you guys are most concerned about. ED at Tufts. It should help your chances quite a bit. It should be good. It's a good thing to do. Look at this lunch I had the other day. Yeah, summer skew, dude. We got to 35. Will an excellent SAT score make up for an average GPA? I don't think so. The fries are good, right? I'm telling you, Duke food goes kind of crazy. I'm just saying. Difference between ED and RD. ED is when you apply early decisions, so you're applying earlier, November 1st, and RD is later on. That is a very balanced lunch. Thank you, Madeline. Is a international internship for an Asian American an average AC for playing top schools? No, I think it's a good one to have. Do community service hours really matter? Yeah, not really. Do you think going test optional negatively affects your app? It shouldn't really matter. So a nationally recognized app help with, or iOS app help with an application for an Ivy League? Yeah, absolutely. That's huge. Is Duke food the best out of every college? Yep. No question. No question. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's so good. It's fantastic. What made me pick Duke? The rank. Just kidding. Because it's good for pre-med. Go Blue Devils for real. Blue Devils for real. Do I ever see basketball players around campus? All the time. All the time. If I don't get into dream school, I'll become very depressed because then I'll go to a community. One, it'll be okay. And two, don't worry about it. Just keep grinding. Seal of biliteracy question. I don't know what that question is. Is a seal of biliteracy good to put on college apps? Yeah. I mean, sure. Does ED do anything? It depends on school. ED depends on the school. So, okay to keep changing your major? Yeah, it's completely fine. What should I focus on freshman year? Mm, what are guys' advice? Do what you love, but focus on one thing, or two things maybe. Do colleges look at weighted or unweighted GPA? Either is fine. All right, I'm gonna answer 5 more questions tonight. Whoever gifts, I will answer the questions, but I'm gonna do 5 more because my breath is dying. Um, but I love you guys, so I'll do 5 more. 5 more questions, and then I need to quench my thirst. Whoever gives me a fat crown, or maybe even a couple of crowns, I don't know, I will answer your questions. Oh, man. I'll answer 3 more questions. I'll answer 3 more, guys. 3 more. Whoever gives me a couple of fat crowns, give me some fat gifts. Give me some fat gifts. Now there's 3 more. I'm gassed. Nobody wants to give me any crowns? Oh, is that how it works? You can't gift unless you're more than 18 or older than 18. Love you, Arjun. I love you, man. Thanks for hopping on. You're the best. Yeah, I'm waiting for money. Give me your money. Give me some gifts. Give me some dopamine. Give me some dopamine. Man, ain't nobody want to give me some gifts. That's all right. I'll answer the next three questions I see on my screen. Jake says, do you think I can get into UMich engineering with 4.55 internship? I mean, on first glance, yeah, but obviously I need to look at your whole application to say. But given what you told me, I think it's fine. Is 32 ACT good for junior who took it in June as sophomore? Yeah, if you can get that up to 34, I mean, that's good. And last question, do summer programs at an Ivy help with admissions chances? Yes, they do. They absolutely do. MITES, MOSTEC, any research program, any summer program, and any internship, it shows initiative and it shows drive, right? So those are all important things that you need. So yeah, that's very important. All right, guys. I think it's time to wrap it up. I'm gassed as fuck, but you guys are the best. All right. Um, I wish you the absolute best of luck with the admissions process. Okay, I'll be hopping on again soon. All right. W's in the chat, please. W's in the chat. I'll set up the next live meeting. You'll see it on my profile sometime soon. It'll probably be in a couple of days to answer your questions. All right. Any other questions you have, save them. Okay, and I will answer them on the next go around. Okay. Just want to let you guys know that you guys are in this together. Okay. Admissions are tough. It's a tough journey. All right. It's one of the toughest things you'll do, as a young person. Okay. So keep grinding, keep going, don't give up, and good things will happen for you. Okay. You guys are the best. Right. Don't give up. Okay. Um, Good things will happen to those that believe. All right. So stay positive, keep grinding, and I will be here for you if you need anything. All right. I'll see you guys on the next go around. Peace.